through social media, you've probably seen this viral dance taking over social media feed. Today, we're diving into one of the hottest trends on the internet right now, the D2 Shots 9mm lolli dance effect. You know it, you've seen it, and just like many, you've probably seen a ton of requests from netizens asking for a tutorial on how to create this dance effect and incorporate it into their videos. In this tutorial, I'm here to deliver on that request. And I'm gonna teach you how to seamlessly integrate D2 Shots 9mm lolli dance effect into your own video projects. But wait, there's more. If you stick around until the end of this tutorial, we've got a special bonus tutorial that you won't want to miss, so make sure to finish the video till the end. Alright, let's get started. In here, I already have my clip. First, we're gonna track a point where we will be putting shigure character. To do that, go to Tracker panel and hit Track Camera. If it's not there, go to Window, and make sure the tracker is checked. Okay, hit Track Camera. And now, the camera tracker will analyze the footage. Once done, you're gonna see the tracking marks. Let's turn on the render track points, so that when you play the footage, the tracking markers still show up. Let's scale up the tracking markers a bit. Now, I'm gonna put shigure here on the car bumper. To do that, select the tracking markers here, then hit right click, create solid and camera. This will then create a plane around the area that we just selected. Let's scale up the plane a bit, adjust the position of the plane by dragging on its X, Y and Z axis until it's clearly visible. As you can see, the plane in the footage is perfectly tracked into the scene. Now, let's drag shigure clip into the timeline. Go to the point where she's dancing. As you can see, there's a blue background. Let's remove that background. To do that, apply key light effect into the clip. Click on the eyedropper tool and select the blue background on the clip. See? The background is now removed. As you can see, we've successfully integrated shigure into the real footage, but the problem is she appears to be not part of the scene, because she's sliding as we play the footage. To fix that, select the solid layer and shigure clip, press P on the keyboard to reveal their position setting. Next, make shigure clip a 3D by activating 3D layer. Now, copy the position of the solid layer, and paste it into the position of shigure clip. This will now make shigure clip take the position of the tracked plane on the scene. Let's scale shigure a bit. Let's put her on top of the car bumper. We can now hide the solid layer. We can now turn this render track points off. As you can see, shigure is now on top of the car, but she's still sliding on the scene a bit. To fix that, select the shigure clip, go to the first frame of the clip, create a position keyframe, go to the middle point, then adjust the shigure position a little bit on the left. Go to last part and do the same thing. As you can see, shigure is now perfectly tracked into the scene. Next, duplicate shigure clip, and I'll call it shigure reflection. Let's remove all the keyframe. Adjust the position of shigure reflection clip by dragging on its X, Y and Z axis until its position already fits on the scene. Let's try to position her like this. You try to imagine what her reflection should look like on the scene. As you can see, shigure reflection clip is sliding on the scene. To fix that, we're just gonna do what we did earlier on shigure clip, create a position keyframe and put her on the same spot by dragging its position. Okay, it now looks good to me. Now, we're gonna try to blend shigure reflection clip into the texture of the car, because right now, it looks like a fake reflection. To fix that, I'll duplicate the car clip, and I'll call it map reflection, drag it above the shigure reflection clip and we're gonna use it to make shigure reflection clip an alpha matte. To do that, reveal the track matte setting by pressing this toggle switch. Select Shigure UE reflection clip, then drag the pick whip tool to map reflection clip. This now made Shigure UE reflection clip an alpha matte layer, which is what we need to hide the map reflection clip and then reveal Shigure UE reflection clip at the same time. If you want a detailed tutorial regarding track mattes, just comment down below. Next, select Shigure UE reflection clip, and apply displacement map. Change the displacement map layer into map reflection. As you can see, Shigure UE reflection clip is now reacting with the map reflection clip, which is the car texture as we adjust the displacement setting of this displacement map effect. Next, I'm gonna refine the position of our reflection clip. While doing that, make sure you're in the position of keyframe locations. Next, add compound blur to reflection clip, then make blur layer as map reflection. This effect blurs out the reflection clip with respect to the map texture of map reflection clip. I'll make this maximum blur 25. Change the blending mode of reflection clip to make it blend more on the car texture. For me, I'll go with soft light. To make the effect more seamless, reduce the opacity of the reflection clip a bit. Alright. This is now looking better. Next, we're gonna create a shadow blending effect. Select the 3D camera tracker into the effects panel, create a solid layer into this spot. Now, duplicate Shigure UE clip, I'll call it Shigure UE 2. Remove all the position keyframes. Copy the position of our newly created plane into the position of Shigure UE 2 clip. Adjust the position of our second Shigure UE, then hide the plane. Duplicate the Shigure UE 2 clip, I'll call it Shigure UE Shadow. Adjust the position of Shigure UE Shadow clip by dragging on its X, Y and Z axis until its position already fits on the scene. Duplicate the car clip, and I'll call it Map Shadow. Drag it above the Shigure UE Shadow clip, and we're gonna use it to make Shigure UE Shadow clip an alpha matte. To do that, reveal the track matte setting by pressing this toggle switch. Select Shigure UE Shadow clip, then drag the pick whip tool to map shadow clip. This now made Shigure UE Shadow clip an alpha matte layer, which is what we need to hide the map shadow clip and then reveal Shigure UE Shadow clip at the same time. Next, select Shigure UE Shadow clip, and apply displacement map. Change the displacement map layer into map shadow. As you can see, Shigure UE Shadow clip is now reacting with the map shadow clip, which is the grass texture as we adjust the displacement setting of this displacement map effect. Next, add compound blur to shadow clip, then make blur layer as map shadow. This effect blurs out the shadow clip with respect to the map texture of map shadow clip. Next, I'll add drop shadow effect to the shadow clip, then check the shadow only. You can adjust the shadow opacity according to your liking. And boom! There is now a shadow reacting to the grass texture. Alright. Since you reach until this point, I'm gonna give you this bonus tutorial. Create a new composition, I'll call it D2 Shots Transition, hit OK. Drag the clip we just created on the timeline, then another clip I created. Let's cut the workspace on this part. Create an adjustment layer. Apply channel combiner effect. Put the timeline indicator in between the clips. 5 frames backward. Then cut the adjustment layer. Then 5 frames forward on the other side. Then cut. Change these setting to straight to pre-multiplied to turn off the effect. Go to the first frame of the adjustment layer. Create a from keyframe, 1 frame forward. Change it to luminance. Then click invert, 1 frame forward. Put it back to straight to pre-multiplied to deactivate the effect. There are actually many options to choose from the setting. The idea is to create an alternating on and off effect through keyframe animation. Next, Duplicate the first clip, cut it here, create a scale and position keyframe and make a zooming in animation towards the subject. Now, duplicate the second clip, create a scale and position keyframe, but this time, create a zooming out animation from the subject. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and found it helpful. As always, if you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching and see you on the next. Bye.